everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out today's video. I really appreciate it. I'm Angela and this is Books Are My Heart. Today I'll be telling you what is in my school pencil bag. And this is kind of my school survival kit as well. As far as I'm concerned, everything in this pencil case helps me succeed when it comes to my college classroom. This is my everyday pencil case for school and I have perfected the art of the pencil case. So if you'd like any advice on college how-tos or what you need to have in a college classroom, please stay tuned. Personally, I really like simple pencil cases. If it's plain or it has a simple design on it, that's totally fine by me. I used to have this really big, bold, bright one, and people used to always look at it on my desk. And I thought that was really annoying to have people just look at my pencil case, because then in turn they would start looking at me. I personally thought that was a little creepy. I'm definitely someone who does not want to attract unnecessary attention. And so to have people just keep looking at me with my pencil case on my desk was a little weird. I think it was an Alice in Wonderland cartoon inspired pencil case. It was bright, it was Disney. It definitely attracted a lot of eyeballs. I think this bag is perfect for being a pencil case. It's supposed to have makeup brushes inside of it, but since I have all my makeup brushes on display, I don't really need to keep them in a bag, especially if I'm not traveling anywhere, in which case I also have other bags to grab from. So I took this makeup brush kit bag and I now use it as one of my pencil cases. That's my roundabout way of saying use whatever's going to work best for you, because if you like something larger, go for it. If you want something smaller, it's up to you. So what exactly is in here? The first smaller item I keep in my pencil case is rubber bands. You don't need them on a regular basis, but when you do need them, you really need them. So I tend to have them on hand just in case. Whenever I have flashcards, they come in handy. Whenever I have a giant project or people are handing things in. Similarly, I also have paper clips. You don't need them until you need them. If you just toss them in the bag, they go right to the bottom. They don't take up any room and they come in so handy. I also keep 3 different types of sticky notes. The smaller ones so that I can put them in my notebook if I have a thought or if I have something I want to come back to. I can make a little notation for myself. If the teacher says something that seems really important, such as a key word or phrase, I tend to write them on a post-it note and then stick this right at the top of my page, whether it's my legal pad or my notebook. I want to be able to refer back that exact phrasing, so they come in handy in that way. I also use them for keeping track of where I am on my textbook and my notebook. I use them as bookmarks in my planner. These ones are just so useful. I love to have them on hand. I go through them very quickly. As you can see, some of them I use more than others. Personally, whenever a teacher says something, when they're referring to a specific line of text or a specific page in a journal article, I always write the pages down on a good size sticky note and then go to the front of my notebook and place it on the cover. This way I know exactly what the teacher deemed important enough to cite in class. I also like the regular size sticky notes because if I want to jot something down that's too large for one of the smaller ones, you have another size. Even though universities cost a lot of money to attend, one of the things that sometimes gets forgotten or overlooked is having a marker in the classroom. I'm genuinely not kidding either. I have gone to at least several different classes at several different universities with different professors who always somehow don't have a marker to write with. So I started carrying one around just in case. I had class in a seminar room last semester, and for whatever reason, I don't know if someone stole the markers, if it was always getting lost and placed into another room. I don't really know what the situation was, but we never had a marker. So when I started to lose out on specific notes and recommendations from my professors, I started carrying around a whiteboard marker. I didn't buy the marker specifically for my pencil case. I have a whiteboard in my apartment where I keep track of my household chores, buy more dog treats, do the laundry, don't forget to do the dishes, things like that. So I already had the markers in my apartment. I just grabbed one and put it in my pencil case. I kid you not, this came in handy at least 7 or 8 times. I like to have different color highlighters on hand because if I'm using the same highlighter over and over again, it starts to lose its emphasis. So I like to mix it up every so often while I'm taking notes. I've been a student for a very long time, and so there are specific textbooks and notebooks where I can only use a fine tip highlighter. Then there are other times when you need a larger highlighter. So having a different type of highlighter as well can be really beneficial. Depending on the type of paper you're working with, the font size, having different types can come in handy as well. If you've ever read a journal article, you know they end up being published in 10-point font or something. So having a fine tip highlighter can be really good for journal articles. And then if you're reading an actual novel, sometimes you want the thicker highlighter. I also like to keep a lip gloss or a chapstick in my pencil case because it's easier to grab it from there instead of reaching down, grabbing your purse. While it's not necessarily a ruckus, you are going to be moving about, making a little bit of noise. You might lose focus, you might miss something the teacher says. So just having it right there in the pencil case just saves you a couple seconds. And this is Candy Baby from Victoria's Secret. I always liked using lip glosses. You don't see them too much anymore, but I still use them. The most important part of any pencil case, the utensils. Do you remember that scene in the Addams Family Values when Wednesday goes to the camp with her brother Pugsley and her new boyfriend has all of the pens in his shirt pocket? That's how I feel right about now. I have a system now. Again, you never know when you will need a Sharpie, but when you need a Sharpie, you need a Sharpie. I like to keep 2 red pens because one of them always runs out. I don't know what it is about red pens, but I run out of ink with them so quickly. I don't know what it is, so I always have 1 or 2 red pens because I'm always gonna run out of ink with one. I also like to have a couple fun different colors. This way, if there's an important person or date or specific page I want to refer back to, it pops amongst the sea of blue or black ink. When you are looking for that piece of information during midterms and finals, you will have in essence saved yourself. Yes, mommy likes blue pens like her eyes. That's not why I like them, but my eyes are blue. I'm always reading journal articles, fiction books, textbooks, all of which have black ink for the most part, with rare exceptions. So I think the blue just livens things up a little bit. And if you are writing in ink, you will inevitably need whiteout. This is a pro student tip. Always use the strip whiteout. Don't buy the liquid whiteout. Liquid whiteout takes way too much time, especially because things move very quickly in a classroom environment. So if you are waiting for something to dry, you don't want to forget that information. You don't want to get behind or get lost. At least with this, you use it and you move on. Liquid whiteout takes way too long. If you are taking notes and the teacher is talking very quickly, you don't want to be waiting for it to dry. You just don't. So you want to be able to use this and just move on. And with liquid whiteout, you can fall behind, you can miss something, whereas with the strip whiteout, you won't miss a beat. I say carry a ruler around for a reason. If you are taking an exam, you will not be able to have your notebook and use that as a side or use your book as a side. You will only be able to use something that is not related to the class. So a ruler won't get you in trouble. And I say a ruler for an exam because I have very large handwriting, and if I am doing a short answer or an essay or something and my handwriting goes over or it goes on to a different line, I want to draw a line where my answers start and stop. So I end up using these for exams and quizzes and things like that, and that's just for me because of how my handwriting is. If you don't have an issue with handwriting, or you are just a very neat person and you don't care if the line is straight, go for it. I hope this gives you a better idea of what you can expect and what will help you in a college classroom. If you have any other questions, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to answer any lingering questions you may have. Being a full-time student is not easy, so if I can help you in any way, make sure you let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.